because we have seen how much evil the world has turned out to be. We are going against each other. We are killing each other. There are wars and wars throughout history. More violence and more killing. For what? For the ego of a few? Or one leader? Or one empire? That we have to follow that. Without all of that, we have been growing up peacefully, recognizing that we are all part of this universe. We are one with nature. Because this is what I have seen so far, not only here on YouTube, but in other social media platforms. There are creators and channels who are spreading lies, spreading hate, and creating a space where people will go against each other. For what purpose? Their main purpose is to attract more views and having more income through their channel. That's their main agenda. Behind what they are creating is for the purpose of having more money. And the more we watch a channel and spreading those hate and lies, manipulations to others, the more they are gonna earn money from it. But that is not the purpose of this channel. I'm not part of that. This channel is all about sharing who I am, what I believe in, my truth, my experience, with the hope that it will help you in your own journey and finding your own truth. I'm not here with the purpose of trying to create a space where we can debate. I have up to a point in my life and my spiritual experiences, debate is nonsense to me. Because why? Because people will always follow what they like and what they believe. There's no point of arguing and debating over something or with anybody else when they already have come to their own conclusion. Just a wasting of time. But I'm in a space where you can come and share your belief, share your thoughts and ideas. And in that way, you go your way, I go my way. I live my truth, you live your truth. And that is the purpose of this channel. We are uplifting each other, holding paradox, embracing our diversity, and that you can find and live your own truth. You live yours, I live mine. And when we are doing that, holding all of that differences and paradox together, we will all grow. We won't have the desire to hate one another or have the desire to start fighting each other or creating wars like we are seeing around the world. There is wars and all of that. Because of what? Because one race or one person wanted to convert others and dominate them. And that is very problematic. It's like if you are looking at nature, you already know how diverse nature is. There are different classifications of plants, animals and all of that. There is no one, and we are all to live like that. Of course, in the spirit or soul level or realm, we are one. But how our souls is embodied through our human bodies and how the earth that we are part of embody itself, we are diverse and paradox. And we are all to live in that way. We find our own tribe and live with them. And that way, we are going to live in peace, we're going to love one another, and we're going to uplift each other, knowing that I have my own truth, you have yours. But learning to live with each other and holding each other's hands and journey together, whether you are whatever ethnicity you are part of or whatever religion or belief you are part of, we can still journey together without any problem at all. The moment we try to convert one another and control each other, then we are all to see more evil and badness in the world that we are living. So I'm inviting you to the channel with that spirit, calm as you are, whatever you believe, and you share and comment on my channel. And in some way, the way I respond to you, I hope that what I'm sharing with you is going to help you find your own truth and live your own journey. That way, we are going to live in peace and be in harmony with one another. And that's from me, Seni. We all growing up in whatever society you are part of, that we are being influence and indoctrinate and shape in a particular way of seeing the world and knowing the world. But you have to come to a point to realize that these are all just human constructions of the things that we are growing with. That we're growing up in another context where you are in one country and then you see another country and then you have the desire that they are your enemies. Because you've just been grown up. That's the narrative or the story that you were growing up with, especially those who came before us. But we are now in a time, our consciousness are waking up. We are starting to see these things, and then we realize that the delusions and all of the lies and all of the constructions that have been done by human beings throughout history of our civilization. And we have to come to the bottom line. We have to choose. If you don't like what you are seeing, you have the full control over your life and your soul, and you can change or choose another pathway. You don't have to follow that. What we have been growing up with, all the systems and all of that. Because we have seen how much evil the world has turned out to be. We are going against each other. We are killing each other. There are wars and wars throughout history. More violence and more killing. For what? For the ego of a few? Or one leader? Or one empire? That we have to follow that. Without all of that, we have been growing up peacefully, recognizing that we are all part of this universe. We are one with nature. Our soul came from the same soul, from the bigger soul, whatever you want to call it, God or source or energy, whatever. We are all part of it. Although the way our soul embody in this world, in this human body as the host, that we are seeing each other, oh, okay, that person is black, that person is white, that person is yellow. But without those human constructions that we were growing up with, we can journey along. And that is one of the purpose of this channel, is to spread that love and awareness that you are going to be aware of yourself and start seeing that and live that kind of reality. Why do we have to grow up and hate another ethnicity or another race when we haven't met them? Or another religion, you're growing up in one religion and then all of a sudden you hate. For example, if you're growing up in Islam and then all of a sudden you hate Christians. Just because our ancestors were hating each other. That's nonsense. All those things. We don't have to follow that. Unless you choose to stick with that narrative, with that script, then it's your choice. But there will be no different outcome by just keep following those things. You're gonna arrive at the same results that our ancestors or our grandparents or whatever they were facing at the time. So long we still keep hanging on to those narratives and those traditions, we are bound to arrive at the same conclusion and the same end results that our previous generation were facing. But if we chose to flow with nature, to be organic, and knowing that we are all part of this universe, that we are all one in our soul level, then we will start changing the narrative. And we're going to start changing the way we relate to one another and the way we live and love one another.